Hello there. Hey, welcome to Gino's Thing of the Day. Where? Take a look at one of Gino's things. And it's a day, don't you know? Go figure. Hey, so happy you cool cats and catchesses are hanging out here with me. We always have such a good time. I mean, I'm talking a downright blast. Am I right? Hey, don't you hate it when people answer their own questions? I know I do. The other day, I was standing in line somewhere, I don't know where, and quite frankly, my dear, it's not relevant. Anyway, I'm standing there and I'm talking to this young man, just conversing, because we were both in line. And the subject of technology came up, and we're talking the current phones and TVs and streaming and all this other stuff. So this young man was of the opinion, he's telling me that, he says, yeah, the analog world stuff, that's gone, it's history, it's paper. He says, we've almost made paper totally obsolete, we're not going to need it very soon. And on that note, I just got to thinking, and I'm wondering, I bet this young man has never ever once tried to wipe his butt with an iPad. Just saying. Okay. Anyway, hey, let's get on to that thing of the day, shall we? Is that not why we are all put here on Gino's Thing of the Day, so we can look at things on a day? It is. Hey, you all know one of the things of the many frivolous things that I collect around me and like and am partial to is duckies. Am I right? So today's thing of the day is, that's right, it's a ducky. Woohoo! And I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, Gino, that's just a pretty plain old yellow ducky. But this one goes to 11. Why, you may ask? Well, look at that. No, it's not a pipe. No, but it is. That's right, it's a quacker. I love my quackers. Anyhow, hey, is that cool or what? Is it? I know, Buds thinks it's cool. So, anyhow, interesting how that quack and that oink sound kind of familiar, don't they? I think there's the same technology into producing that kind of sound. Hey, anyhow, I got a story for you today I'd like to tell you. And believe it or not, it's a story about when I was in the Navy. So, you guys know, I've spent a number of years in the United States Navy, as opposed to like the Martian Galactic Navy or anything. But hey, you've heard me tell a little bit about some of my adventures in Africa, and you've heard me talk before about adventures like getting kicked out of helicopters and landing on flight decks, flying in C-2s and things like this. But you're probably wondering why. It's not because I had this glamorous jet set, all over the Mediterranean lifestyle. No, but my job, my last ship was a destroyer tender, USS Sierra, and our job was to tend or take care of all the other ships in the fleet, between all the broke stuff that either they couldn't fix, didn't have time to fix, didn't want to fix, for whatever reason, we would fix them. And sometimes the ship couldn't get to us. So in those times, often we would get to the ship. And we would put together what we called Flyaway Teams, because we would fly away to these ships. And you'd grab a small group, sometimes if she was 3 or 4, 5 guys, just depending on what it was they were going to fix, it had the necessary, knowledge, skill set, and expertise to be trusted working on their own like that. And it gets the job done. So, our shop, 38 Alpha, I mean, when it comes to get the job done, that's what we were known for. There was no job, no matter how messed up, that we would turn down. And probably someday I'll get around and tell you some of those stories. We've worked on some interesting stuff. Anyway, and I quite often would go on these flyaway teams. So this is not a story of, or takes place in Africa, but this was on the way to Africa. So we're going to the Mars group. I don't know if you remember back in the late 80s, and the whole, thing going on in Africa, on, you know, their west coast there, but there's a Mars group, which is a marine amphibian reconnaissance fleet or unit, and one of those ships is what we were going to work on. So I don't remember, I think we were stationed in, or not stationed, but at the time I think we were at port, probably either in Naples or Rota, because I remember we were flying out of, I'm pretty sure, Rota, Spain, and this little airfield there, and we'd go in the morning, and you had to basically wait till the flight. It's not like civilian flights. So we had to sit in this little air terminal type thing all morning and the better part, or at least part of the afternoon. It was a good morning. We had breakfast here, we had lunch there. That's how long we were there. And see, over there, gambling was legal, and they happened to have, you know, the coin slot machines. They had a couple of them sitting in their lobby, or not lobby, but in the, you know, the restaurant area, cafe area there. Not much to do sitting in this little place. I'm over there wasting time putting nickels in this slot machine. Yeah, it's not like big time gambling, but it was a nickel machine. And you're probably wondering, a nickel, but didn't you just say you were in Spain? Yes, but this was the U.S. Naval Airfield there in Rota. So it was U.S. Yeah, nickel machine. So I'm putting the nickels in. And the guys come over and, hey, Tater, our flight's ready, let's go, we gotta get on. I'm like, okay. And like the last nickel that I put in, as they were saying that, I even started to turn around and leave. Not only does it hit, it hits the jackpot. Whatever the top thing is, I don't know, a few $100, something. All the nickels. I'm like, oh man. They're saying, come on, the flight. And I'm like, whoa. So I grabbed a couple of paper cups. Actually, I think I had 3 total, maybe 4 of these really big paper cups from the cafeteria line from the Grand Station. And I just started filling up cups, nickels. I'm carrying these nickels, and we're going out to the plane. And I ended up all the way to Africa carrying these nickels, right? So we get to this port, the ship's supposed to be there, and we find out it already pulled out. In fact, it's just about ready to clear the sea buoys. And he said, don't worry though, hop on that tug, it's all set, they're going to take you out to it. Oh great, a tugboat, more fun and adventure. So we get in this tub, and we're heading out there, and the crew is telling us, well, that skipper is really gung-ho on that ship, and he's going out to that Mars group, so he just go on, we're going to do a live transfer. Which means, perhaps you've seen on the movies, old marine amphibious film footage of invasions, but when they throw the rope cargo net out there, the guys climb up and down it to get it in and out of the smaller boats from the big ships. Well, that's what we were going to do. And yeah, more adventure and fun. Yay. So as we get close and we're preparing this, the skipper of this little tugboat comes out there, and he's telling us, okay, if you happen to slip or you lose your grip or you fall or whatever, he says, listen, you make like a cat, you kick, you swing, you contort. He says, you flap those arms and fly if you have to. He says, you make sure you land here on our deck. And he says, if you go down there, and he's pointing between the 2 ships, he says, at this speed, straight through the prop and you're shark food. Which, yeah, does not sound like that great a prospect. So anyway, we're doing the rope ladder. And remember, I'm weighted down with all those nickels. But, spoiler alert, I made it. Yeah, we all made it. Probably it's not as exciting or big a deal as it sounds. But yeah, we survived the great highline transfer there. And got our ship and went on to, make some money off the nickels and kept ourselves in sodas and got the job done. And then,
Went back to Sierra for more adventure. So there you have it. And for me and for Quackers, I thank you. Thank you very much for hanging out. You know, it's always fun. It's always a blast. I hope it is for you. It was for me. But anyway, you know, I don't know if I've ever mentioned this or not before, but I'm into snail racing. And I had this really great prize snail. And it's won a lot of races in its day, but lately this snail is just nothing. It's slow. It's just not motivated. I don't know what the problem is. And I thought for a while, I said maybe if I take its shell off, it'll, you know, lighten it up, put some pep in its step. But if anything, it just made it more sluggish. So anyway, gotta say ta-ta for now. And remember, I love you. Remember, y'all supposed to be loving everybody else. And feel free to comment, question, copy, criticize, and or. And stay cool. Stay crazy. And one more thing. For whoever it is, stole my MS Office. I'll hunt you down. I will find you. You have my word. Love you, folks. Later.